This was a fighting draw, tremendous fighting spirit that both players are showing. And my first question would be for the world champion. You had seemingly an opening that you were comfortable with. How far, actually, there was a moment when you stopped when you played Queen F5, but tell us your feelings just right out the opening.
I'm happy the opening was my preparation until Queen F5. I know the position is slightly better for white, but in the game, I thought for a long time, and maybe I don't know what to do. Maybe Queen C5. That's a good move. Yeah, after a take, and here my first intention to play is this, but after G6.
When you found the best move, it looked like, at least from analysts and engine, right away with Queen takes C6.
D8. So I decided to repeat moves. And this came a totally surprise because I think his queen not so well placed on the king side. Better placed on queen side. Here I might have some advantage. Here maybe rook f1 is better. Stop.
There seem to be various options here. Something psychedelic in this position was to bring the king over to b1, but there was nothing that obvious with the white pieces from what looked like outside analysis anyway. Did you feel like you must have had something, or the game proceeded logically for you when you were playing into the traded down queen's endgame?
I feel like I'm slightly better. But after queen 3, a very hard decision for me. I saw this move, but if I check here, I have to go king c2. And I don't know, rook b8. Maybe the rook is very well placed on here, because if queen a1, I have rook b4.
Yeah, there was also absurdly crazy line of like queen e1 and potentially bring your king up to b3 in some positions, which also seemed more computer than human. Did you consider this possibility?
No. Having find a safe place on a2. Yeah, I should keep the queen on the board. I saw this move, but if we go here, I can play rook d7, h6, queen c5. A good variation for white.
So maybe it was better to keep the queens on just to keep the fight going. How did you feel? He played very fast, got this position that he's clearly comfortable with, and you were under pressure pretty much right away, right out of the opening. Did you feel like this was trouble for you at some point?
I mean, I knew the position till I played queen f2, rook b8 in the opening.
Yeah, I'm going back here.
Yeah, but knight c4 I wasn't aware of. But I never really felt in danger because I thought, once I take on c4, get queen f5, maybe I'm slightly worse, but should be really hard to convert it with white because you can't really push the queenside pawns that easily, and I always have some play on his king. So yeah, I wasn't really that worried at any point.
Okay, press, questions?
My question is for Ding Liren. Today, once again during this match, you had a better position, but you didn't push in the best possible way to try to win once again. Please help us to understand what is going on. Is that a problem of lack of confidence? Do you still have problems to sleep? Any other health problem?
Well, it's mainly because of the position itself. Here, here I saw something like b3, but he goes here. And queen a5, rook d7, rook d8. Yeah, I missed the c4. I saw king b2, he had rook c5. Yeah, I have to push the pawns here. So here, yeah, I'm not so comfortable after queen f3. My first intention to play this, but this is not so good after f5. Rook is misplayed on f4. So I had to come up with the other ideas. I saw this, he just play something like h5. Maybe it's time to push the pawn, but I only saw this, and he take, and I don't think I'm better here. So I've choose king c2. Was not such a good move.
A question for Gukesh. You just mentioned that you thought you were maybe slightly worse after the end of the opening, but difficult to convert. However, a few moves later, it was you who rejected the three-fold repetition, which you could have claimed by playing queen to e7 instead of queen to h4. Could you show us a bit your reasoning to reject the draw at that point and continue playing? Did you think you could play for a win, or you just wanted to keep the game going? Or did you sense that maybe your opponent was unstable at some point in his view of how the game was going? Talk a bit about that moment, please.
Yeah. So I guess when I played queen h4 instead of queen e7. Yeah, I mean, as I said, I thought I might be slightly worse. I was not even sure fully about if I'm slightly worse, but I thought it's more likely. But even though I thought that, okay, with the files open in front of his king, and yeah, maybe I just thought I always have counterplay, and I saw no reason not to take repetition right now. I just thought, since he is going for a repetition, I thought I'll make a few more moves, and I mean, obviously, it's not playing for a win or anything by queen h4, but just I wanted to make a few more moves and see what happens.
Just a small follow-up. Did you decide that before you did the first repetition, or did you repeat twice and then you decided to bring the hammer down and change?
I mean, when he played queen d6, it was already clear that he was going for a repetition. So when I played queen e7 for the second time, I had already decided to go queen h4.
The question is to Gukesh. On move 36, when you played the move e4 to e3, did you ever consider playing king g7 instead, activating your king?
Yeah, king g7, I thought mainly I was worried about rook d7. I mean, rook f7, actually this was a very interesting moment. I mean, rook f7, take, rook d7. I think the pawn in game is just lost. If I go rook e7. It's not, yeah. It is losing, yeah. So yeah, I thought this was losing. So I can't, I mean, maybe I can give the pawn instead of going rook e7, but I thought that's a bit ugly. And also, if I go rook d7, king h6, then he takes on a7, and king h5, he had this funny like rook g2. If I go h6, he has rook h7, threatening rook g5.
Sorry, here, king h5?
Maybe I can go e3 here, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's what I saw. Like h6, he has rook h7. But I missed that I could start with e3. That might be quite clever.
Funny mate.
But instead of king h5, e3, yeah? Yeah, maybe this was a better try, but yeah, I mean, I just missed e3, otherwise I would have gone for this. But what is the difference after king g7?
What's the difference, what?
What is the difference for white after king g7? I mean, I should just stay passive probably. Yeah, maybe you can go like b4, king d1, king e2. I mean, king g7 was my initial instinct, but I just missed that e3 was possible. But anyways, it was Yeah, anyways, after e3, I had to find this h5 resource, which was, I thought, a bit tough, but yeah, after h5, it was just a draw.
So I'm Katarina from the German Chess Federation, and I have a more general question. So during this World Chess Championship, there is a lot written online, and for example, right now, I've seen a lot of Ding chilling memes, and so my question for Ding is, if you have seen any of them, and what do you think about them?
Say, what is the thing that you've seen? You said.
Oh, it just says Ding chilling, which is like, comes from a meme from a Chinese ice cream promotion, and it's like adjusted to Ding Liren now, and it just shows that he's like chilling and just like, yeah, playing good chess. So yeah.
Have you seen this?
What's the meaning of chill?
Well, to chill means to relax.
Or relax after the first game, or the end of the first game when I have a totally winning
But
position.
she's saying there's a meme out saying that you're chilling, meaning you're kind of just cool, relaxing, and also there's an ice cream connection. I don't know if you've ever seen this before. I certainly haven't.
I didn't have ice cream here.
So you have not seen this meme. Okay, thank you.
All right, Junior Tay from Chess Magazine, England. I have a question for Mr. Ding Liren. Do you think the first move in chess with white is overrated? In the first 3 games you played with black, you pressed for a win even though you weren't the first to move. And you succeeded in game 1, and you also tried to win with your third black pieces, third time playing black. Do you think black is the new white now? Do you think that the advantage with white is overrated today?
Sometimes I play white pieces like black. This time I try to push for advantage in the opening. And this London was like last time also in game 6 I win a beautiful game in London. So this time I want to repeat a success.
A question for Mr. Gukesh. Now that you've experienced the first few games of a World Championship finals, how do you compare it to other Grandmaster tournaments? The atmosphere, the conditions, the competition itself. Can you elaborate on this?
Yeah, as it's quite well known, the World Championship is one of the probably the toughest event in chess, and yeah, I mean it's obviously there is more at stake, and there are more nerves than what you generally have. But other than that, I think it's just a very interesting and long match against a very strong opponent. So yeah, it's a bit different, but at the end of the day, we are still playing chess.